HBO just dropped the first teaser trailer for Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone. And then I'll be honest with you, it didn't blow me away. And I think I know exactly why. And I think a lot of you are also feeling the same way and wonder whether that's a problem. So today we're going to be breaking down the trailer, talking about what generally looks good, what gave me pause, and whether a teaser that doesn't hit you like a freight train actually means anything at all. Oh, and they announced the premiere date, Christmas 2026, not 2027, Christmas this year. So let's get into it. Welcome back to Tanveer Talks, and I'm Tanveer, and today we're going to be doing a proper breakdown of the first teaser of the HBO's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and which actually dropped yesterday, earlier than anyone expected, actually. So I want to lead with something that I think is worth saying up front. This teaser trailer did not give me that moment that I was expecting, that chills down the spine, drop everything moment. And I've been sitting with that reaction, trying to work out what it actually means. Is it the trailer? Is it the show? Or is it something else entirely? I think I know the answer, and we're going to get into it properly. If you're new here, follow on Spotify, subscribe to on YouTube, and find me on X, JabbyGamer786. So let's go. Okay, let's talk about the headline first. Christmas Day 2026. Every credible report for months said 2027. HBO's own material said 2027, but yesterday they moved it a full year. I think that's a power move. Christmas Day is when you deploy your biggest properties, when families are together, when streaming numbers peak, when you want to own culture conversation, and you don't lock that date, and unless you know what you have. And they also confirmed the title, which is, as you know, Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone. Not Sorcerer's Stone, the original UK title. I'm so glad, because I grew up with Philosopher's Stone, not as a Sorcerer's Stone, and it's telling me that they're faithful to the adaptation to the source material, not an Americanized reimagining, because only US had that name, right? But it's a small detail, but it matters. And let's talk about the scenes, right? Let's talk about the trailer itself. I'm gonna be honest, right? I think you deserve a real reaction, not just hype. The trailer opens up with Dursleys and at 4 Privet Drive, and it signals to me like they are actually listening to the fans, and the set designs, the production design is really good. It stands out. The wallpapers are good. The carpet actually looked good. The clutter, it's literally British, right? Distinctly 90s, distinctly suffocating, and actually this is where the show already looks like it might improve on the movies. The Dursleys in the original movies always felt slightly too exaggerated, right? Slightly too cartoonish. When here they are feeling like they're grounded, and the kind of oppressive suburban normal that makes the Hogwarts feel like an actual escape rather than just a set piece. The set design is generally impressive for this, right? It captures what the old films captured, and the texture, the tangible feeling, but actually with more care and detail in the authenticity. And then we see that the scene in the teaser where it's in the books, but it's not in the movies. Like kind of in the books, not like exactly, because they're showing the Muggle school before they're gonna show the Hogwarts. So Harry is getting chased in the hallway by Dursley and his bullies. So and he's running down through the corridors. I know the scene is new for the movies and like for the TV show, and I think that's good. They're showing that, and also then he's shown under cupboard, and then his letters are arriving. He sees the letter, like it's like a beat by beat from the movies, like it looks authentic to me, right? That scene actually really, like, okay, they're going scene by scene. I saw like so many, like that scene is really good, right? And they have since this is a TV show, they have more time to flesh out things. They are not bound by like 2 hours of a movie or 3 hours of a movie, right? Or 2.5 hours usually, right? I think that's a smart addition of the scene. I would honestly, that's what I would say, right? And then we see Snape, a small glimpse of like in a dark corner, and using Lumos, right? He's using Lumos in the corridor, and you see him. Honestly, it didn't feel the same, because we grew up with Alan Rickman, as I know this is for the new kids, but as we grew up with Alan Rickman, he was perfect. I think it's hard to fill his shoes. And as a black actor, I don't know how he's gonna pull it off, because like I don't really care like what the casting is, right? It doesn't matter if it's black or not. It just matters that if he can get the essence of that character, right? He needs to capture that, gloomy character. I don't know, in the books that if you read the books, right? And seen that and felt like, okay, this is not it, right? Because for me, Alan Rickman was the perfect Snape in the movies. He embodied what the books wanted to capture, right? In the books, it said he's pale, right, and white, right, and he embodied that. Embodied like that gloominess. He was harsh. Like, I don't know. Like with this casting with Paapa Essiedu, I don't know how he's gonna take it. He's publicly saying that the pressure is fueling his performance. So see how he's a good actor. I'll see how he pulls it off. And we need to wait for a full season for that, right? And the next one is Hagrid. Hagrid is played by Nick Frost, as everyone knows. And yeah, seeing the trailer looked like Nick Frost oddly, right? Like, it did not look like Hagrid. It looked like Nick Frost is just did a cosplay of Hagrid. And it did not land for me at all. And I think the big part is the beard. The beard looks fake. It does not look natural to me. And because Robbie Coltrane also wore like prosthetics and everything, but it was natural. It looked natural. There was no, way to say, oh, it pulled you into the world, right? This one, I don't know. It felt like he just wearing Robbie Coltrane's actual clothes from the movies, like exactly the same. There's no like changes, not even a little bit. He looked exactly like it, but trying to cosplay. He looks like a cosplay, basically, not an actual like. From what a small scene, I did not buy it. Like, it did not land for me. And then what actually looked good is like the Quidditch. I like how the set design, the robes, the cloaks, right? All the students wearing robes, and then the muggles wearing normal clothes. Looks like that's what I saw. And then embroidery really looks good. The brooms actually have a real textures to them, right? Nimbus 2000 in the box when he gets it, like it feels that actually is good, right? So I have no like bad notes there. And also Ron, first impression is like he's really good. And I'm gonna say that it felt warm and natural when he was saying his goodbye to his mom. And it shows that the level of care they are doing with the costumes and attention of the books. So Ron is like one of those characters, who gets slightly shorthanded in the films, like in the movies. He was really like in the later part of the movies, right? So obviously this improving more, like it looks a big win here, right? And then the ending Ron and Harry on the train when on the Hogwarts Express, Ron and Harry meeting for the first time. I was like, it was good. And then the movement at the end where he asks like if he's really Harry Potter, and Harry nods. Like, that scene was okay, but there's nothing wrong with it on paper, like even the movie. Like, but for me, like Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe, I've seen it so many times, the first movie, that it becomes like ingrained into your brain. And if I do a side by side comparison, that looks more real to me than this. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just nostalgia that that comes with it. And this, I think, is the challenge that this series needs to get out of, right? Because they want to capture the old fans, and they want to create new fans. For new fans, this is their Harry Potter. For us old fans, this is not it, right? But from what we've seen and teaser trailer, it doesn't look good. Like, it looks good, but doesn't look that good. Like, it's not hitting it. Like the familiar beats, even the trailers, the song did not hit it. Like, yeah, nostalgia, like this show, then they actually need to capture that same feeling that that score that the first the movies had. Like, Hans Zimmer is good. I don't know why he chose that score, but yeah, they need to capture that, honestly. Like I'm fine with it, right? As long as they stay true to the character's essence, right? As I grew up with original films, this was always going to feel like a comparison exercise at some level for me, right? And it's not the show's fault, I'm gonna say, right? It's more of a nostalgia for me. And yeah, the teaser trailer, I wanna see a another trailer. This was a teaser, right? I haven't seen the actual trailer. Let's see how they do it. Let's see what they focus on in the scene, right? And what they actually try to show us, right? From what I saw for a little 30-second teaser trailer is like it wasn't compelling. Like it was good. It didn't, but did not blow me away. Like I was surprised. Okay, they did that. They did that. The set design was the perfect thing that they captured, right? Yeah, I applaud them for that. And now let's learn through the key names of the casting, right? Which is interesting. As I said in the previous episode, is Dominic McLaughlin as Harry, Arabella Stanton as Hermione, and Alistair Stout as Ron, right? And all unknown faces, which is right? Because you want to hire a kid who is not known, he's not a recognizable child actor, nobody, right? And that's perfect. And then we have John Lithgow as Dumbledore, one of the finest actor working, and can hold like warmth and authority simultaneously, even in the teaser trailer. Like, yeah, I bought him as Dumbledore. And then Janet McTeer as McGonagall. For that, I don't know, but yeah, it was the actor is really good. And then Paapa Essiedu as Snape, right? We've already talked about this. Expectations are enormous, circumstances are unjust. I think he has range, but we'll see. With Nick Frost as being Hagrid, as I said, I don't know. The beard is not convincing, right? So let's see how he pulls it off, right? He looks I still see Nick Frost. I saw the trailer multiple times. Still see Nick Frost as Hagrid. Not, like Frost can do like emotional depth and, when given the right material. And the instinct in the teaser is like warmth over laugh, which is correct, right? Still, right, the physical transformation needs to do more work than it is currently doing, I would say, right? Paul Whitehouse as Filch, and then there's Catherine Parkinson, Molly, and then Lockspread as Draco. And the supporting cast is stacked with like quality, British talent throughout. And then there's the creative team, which is the showrunner Francesca Gardner wrote on Succession. Then there's director Mark Mylod and has credit across both Succession and Game of Thrones at peak scale. So these are not the people who make throwaway TV. So the ambition and the behind this production is actually real. And from what I hear from sources is that each season is gonna cost like $100 million, like highest cost production for per episode, like higher than Game of Thrones. And Hans Zimmer is awesome as always, but this trailer did not pique my interest that much. And the biggest elephant in the room is like J.K. Rowling. She's an executive producer. Her views on trans rights have generated real pain, real controversy. Even several cast members have publicly asked about it, defended their decision to take part. As I said in my last Harry Potter episode, I'll say it again. This is a genuine conversation worth having honesty, right? And the trans community's concerns are not abstract, right? Whether you separate art from artists is a personal decision. I'm not here to make it for you, right? I just think you deserve, straight framing for what you're walking into. And now let's talk about what I am watching it for. I am watching it for the performances. Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Can they carry scenes and carry emotions? And one teaser does not tell you that, right? Whether the expanded world pays off, scenes like the Muggle bully chases movements not in the previous films, So let's see how the show could generally, justify its existence, and rather than just being a remake. The tone in the later episodes, when the material actually gets darker, if you read the books, because the Philosopher's Stone is the smallest and the lightest of the 7 books. It's more of a like introduction, child introduction, and then you go into the other books. Then that's the real test. How dark can they get to, right? Right now, I am cautiously optimistic, more than I expected to be. Not because the teaser blew me away, or it didn't, because but because things underneath the teaser actually looks solid. So that's episode 14 of Tanveer Talks. Before I go, I want to know what you thought of this trailer. Right? Did it blow you away, or did you feel the same thing I felt? Right? Drop it in the comments below, and I read every single one. And if you're watching it on YouTube, let me know whether the nostalgia hit you, or whether you're coming to this fresh with no attachment to the original films. Because I think those are two completely different viewing experiences, and I'm generally curious which camp you are in. And if you're on YouTube and not subscribed yet, please subscribe there and press that bell button. And more breakdowns are gonna come as I get more closer to Christmas 2026. You don't want to miss them. On Spotify, follow me on Tanveer Talks, so every new episode drops straight into your seat, and find your X Spinner Gamer 786 for takes between episodes. And until next time, peace.